Friday, November 20th, 2020. It is currently 4 minutes past the 9 o'clock hour. I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready for a good one. I've been saying it every single night this week because I have reason to believe that this week's programming might be the tightest programming we've done since this show began in March. You like me brandishing my little pencil at the camera? This is going to be my new thing. I'm going to be the pencil guy. For months, I've been looking for a way that I can be funny on the show. This is going to be my gag. This is going to be what the sledgehammer was to Gallagher, or other various props are to Carrot Top. I'm the pencil guy. But the gag is that I write with the eraser part, and I never see what I write. That's what I'm going to be working with. I am James, you are you. We are here for another breathtaking edition of At Home with James live on twitch.tv/ what is it? At Home with James, of course. I also one night want to put a counter of how many times I say the name of this damn show. I'm going to try to start phasing out saying what the name of this show is on the show. That's my 2021 goal. Because look, here's the deal. This whole COVID fiasco, it's not going away. This show is probably going to have a good three night a week programming schedule, at least until 2022. That's what I'm hopeful for. Why? I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to do any of that stuff. This is my number one stage now. I don't want to have to get in front of actual audiences anymore. Sitting there. Is this going to be a good show tonight? I can't promise anything anymore to live audiences. You know what? Live audiences are probably going to be really hungry for good comedy. And that is where the pencil guy comes in. I'm going to get out on live stage and start pointing my eraser at audience members. I said that this show was going to be good tonight, and now I'm just whining and complaining in some type of nasal voice. Anyways, on tonight's show, much later on, we've got Dave Kaufman here. Now, earlier on today, Dave and myself went to a grocery store where we purchased a variety of international flavored chips. We are going to be sampling them in tandem much later on. Also joining us tonight is a first-time guest. It's so rare that it happens. Opened up my email today. Saw an email from Mr. Man at Outlook.com, not even Gmail. And I thought to myself, in a normal world, I would delete this right away. An Outlook email? I don't think so. That's one step below Yahoo. If you don't agree, you can tune out right now. I opened the email. It was written in all caps. And I thought, this is the type of person I want to be dealing with. Mr. Man coming up in just a matter of moments. But before we really get into it, I want to take the time on this platform to make a public apology. Now, something happened on Wednesday night that I feel a lot of guilt over, a lot of embarrassment over, and a lot of shame over. On Wednesday, while talking with Connor Rose, I equated Connor to the Grinch's little dog, who you might remember from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, in that moment, I accidentally and incorrectly said that the dog's name in The Grinch was Sam, when in reality, the Grinch's dog is named Max. When I rewatched the show and I noticed that I said Sam, I was horrified. So this is more of an apology to myself than the audience. And you might be asking, why does that matter, James? Why do you care about that? I'm the Christmas guy. And here I am, the holidays just around the corner. I'm pulling a Dimitri Kira style boner on the show. What's next? Am I going to call it Home All by Myself instead of Home Alone? I can't be making these flubs on this show, guys. It's so rare that I F up on this show. And this is a perfect segue because Steph Mercier Voyer is going to be here, and we're going to be talking about exactly what I was feeling. Shame. How's that for a segue? Huh? Pretty good, right? Let's get into it. There's no more time to waste. I'm excited. You're excited. I think you're excited. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get into it. First-time guest alert. Let us welcome, debuting right here on Twitch, it is Mr. Man. Mr. Man, what up?
Hi, hello. Hello, I am Mr. Man. I am the biggest human man ever.
Okay, Mr. Man, the biggest human man ever. I saw your email earlier today, and may I say, I loved the all caps.
Oh, that's how people do it. They do all caps when they really want to get the point across.
You know, it's true. It's true. People definitely and generally write in all caps. Most people look at it as either excitement or anger. I want to believe that yours was veering more towards the excitement side of things.
Yes. It's excitement. I'm excited to tell everyone I am a man. I'm a human man.
Well, okay, so I have so many questions. Not only are you, it's coincidental that your last name is Man, right? Mr. Man? Is it spelled M-A-N?
But that's just because, you know, when people are something, they usually, their last name becomes it, like Smiths. They're back in the day, they were Smiths. So my last name is Man because I am a man.
Okay, so you're saying if back in the day, if somebody's last name was a Smith, it meant they were a Smith, and because your last name is Man, that must mean you're a man. Is everything okay there, Mr. Man?
Oh no,
I just it looks like you're looking off. Is something going on over there? What? You choking over there, Mr. Man? What's
No, I'm just, there's a little fly flying around in here. You know, flies.
Isn't that annoying?
Yes. It's okay. Now I'm came onto the show because I wanted to tell everyone that I'm a man, because I think there's a lot of suspicion and talk. I've heard it around town that I am a frog.
Oh, so because of I wasn't going to bring it up, but because of your green skin and frog-like features, people thought that, of course, you were a walking, talking frog.
Yeah, it's not true. I eat a lot of green vegetables.
Oh, right. Well, you are what you eat. Now, Mr. Man, can I ask, where are you from? Am I catching a bit of a British accent? What's going on over there, Mr. Man? Have I said something? What? You know, it's so rare that people have a snack on this show. I'm actually going to be having a snack later. Do I dare ask what you're enjoying over there, Mr. Man?
I'm eating fruit by the foot.
Right. Oh, a beloved child's snack.
Yes, a foot by the foot. By the foot.
A fruit by the foot. This is true. You don't see many grown adults enjoying fruit by the foot anymore.
Not true. That's the basic. That's what everyone eats. All humans eat that.
Yes, they often say that all humans eat fruit by the foot. Can I ask you a question, Mr. Man? What is your first name?
Hugh.
What was that now?
Hugh.
Oh, that's very interesting pronunciation on that. Hugh. Hugh is your first name, spelled H-U-G-H, correct?
Yep.
So your full name is Hugh Man. Mr. Hugh Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
happens to be that way.
Now, can I just what?
Myself, that's what my parents named me.
Right. Are you wearing those? Look like gloves, but not in the traditional sense.
Yeah, these are mitts.
Those are mitts. Those aren't mitts.
Yeah.
No, those aren't mitts. Usually mitts has a compartment for the thumb.
Well, I didn't need that on my.
You know what?
I only have 4 fingers. I'm a unique human.
Okay, I shouldn't have been so presumptuous to assume.
These are not my hands. These are not my real hands. I have full fingers. A full 4.
Yes. I apologize. I thought maybe perhaps they might be some zany British gloves. Where are you from, by the way?
Hmm.
Oh, you don't know where you're from, Mr. Man?
I'm from Lily Pad Pond.
Lily Pad Pond. Now that sounds fairly British.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
it is British. How close is that to London?
5 steps.
What's that?
Steps.
5 steps away from London.
5 human steps, and I guess if you were a toad or a frog, it would be at least 15,000.
Okay, so the conversion rate, if you're a human, you could get there in 5 steps.
Yeah.
But if you were a toad or a frog, it would take 15,000. This is the smallest toad I've ever heard of. And they have the ability to spring.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest. I'm just making estimates.
Okay. Well, yeah. How would you know? How would you know how many?
I don't know how much it takes. I don't know how much it takes for a frog to hop.
Mm-hmm. I think your foot by the foot is stuck to your mitt. And that paper sure can be a nuisance, can't it? Yeah, there you go. So, I think you got some of the paper there. You might want to watch out, Hugh.
Oh.
You know what? It's certainly sometimes it happens from time to time where, humans eat paper.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm just eating. And then you forget, because that's what humans do. They forget a lot.
This is true. Humans do forget a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
you go first.
No, please, after you.
I was just gonna reconfirm that I definitely know. I know how far humans walk and how it takes for them to get places.
Well, it's important for humans to understand how humans walk, I think. We agree. Yeah. I think we agree. I want
another point. Like, people are like, oh, it's a frog. No, I know how to walk. I know what you guys eat.
Well, can I ask you how that makes? I'm sorry. I feel like I've upset you on some level with my line of questioning, but
it's not you, James.
Yeah,
it's not you at all.
Thank you. You talk about the way that other humans, keyword other, treat you. How does it feel to be likened to a frog or a toad or some type of walking, talking amphibian?
I'm totally into it.
Yeah.
I'm not totally into it. But I'm doing it. I'm taking it. I'm trying to live my life. I'm not going up to people being like, you're so loud and you're annoying. You're a little fly.
Yeah.
Fuck you. You're a little fly.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you arrived, there was something that you reminded me of someone, and now it's hit me. There's a bit of Fran Drescher. There's a bit of Fran Drescher. That can't be the first time we've all been compared to celebrities in the past, right?
I have gotten that a lot.
Okay, so
I've actually gotten it to the point where now I worked on my Fran Drescher.
So people say,
here's me, a totally human man.
Yeah.
A really good impression.
Mm-hmm.
Fran Drescher.
Yeah. Well, would you like to give it a try right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's me.
This is your wait. Now you're doing Fran Drescher. This is
about to. I'm just saying. I'm completely human man doing a really good Fran Drescher. Okay,
because at first I thought I thought you were doing it, and I was going to say, well, now that you're trying, it sounds a little Gilbert Gottfried-ish.
I get that often too.
Oh, do you? You get them all.
I get him a lot.
Yeah.
But no. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. You sure you're from Lily pad in the United Kingdom? Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, Mr. Sheffield.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's going on out of frame right over there, Hugh? What are you eating? Are you eating flies?
mm-mm,
We just heard the buzzing.
mm-mm. I'm a completely human man. I'm a human.
Yeah.
I'm a human man.
Got a bit of a Sandler going on now.
I'm a human man.
Yeah. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't. Yeah. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, Mr. Man, because the holidays are fast approaching. Do you have any specific holiday plans on the horizon?
Oh, yeah. So as a man, a human man, I celebrate all of the holidays.
Oh,
So
that's great.
I'm celebrating Christmas. I'm celebrating.
You know, you're burping just like a classic guy.
Yeah. At all.
You know what? You know what? You probably leave the toilet seat up too.
I do. It makes it easier for me to hop in. I mean, pee.
Well, you know, look, you know, sometimes things happen, right? You're 1 minute you're taking a pee, the next minute you're in the toilet.
Yeah, that's what men do.
That's right. You know, we leave beard clippings in the sink. Yeah. What do you have what's that to drink?
Oh, this is eggnog.
Oh, you're having some eggnog. Well, you know what? It is the time of the season.
Yeah, you said it. You brought it up. It's
Yeah.
a holiday.
Now, is it spiked or is it on the level?
It's not spiky.
No,
it's smooth.
No. I mean, have you added alcohol to it?
Oh.
You know, guys like to drink.
Oh yeah, I do so much drinks in here. I'm a human drinking. That's what I'm doing right now. I have another one, and this is straight vodka.
Oh, so you got a mug of vodka. Well, you might want to pace yourself there, Hugh. Yeah, most people who drink love a mug of vodka followed by an eggnog chaser. Well, we got sidetracked a little bit. So you were saying you celebrate every holiday.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Anything specific you're looking forward to this holiday season?
Oh, this was a double banger. Stuck in there. What's this another one?
Oh, you got 2 fruit by the foots in 1 sack.
As a frog, I know one thing is when you get something that's got double that's not supposed to have double.
Yeah.
That's lucky. That's lucky. As a human man, I know this is real.
Yeah. Again, yeah, don't forget to peel it off there, Hugh, man. Yeah, pace yourself. You're going too hard on the roll-ups and the booze.
Well, before I became a human, as a human.
Back to the Gilbert Gottfried.
As a human. Okay, you know what, James? You got me.
What do you mean I got you?
I'm a frog.
I think we all figured that out, Hugh.
I don't think you did, James.
Okay, yeah. I guess I suppose you're right. I was on the fence.
You didn't know.
Yeah, you know, I was a little. I was on the fence once I saw the human hands and the eating of bugs. Talking about jumping into toilets.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm a frog.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are like, are you a toad? I'm like, absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
And that's why my voice is fluctuating between voices.
Yeah. You're going 1 minute you're from England and the next minute you're from Queens.
I know. I see. The thing is before I was a human, I was a frog.
Yeah.
So all I said was ribbit all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to watch excessive amounts of TV.
Yeah.
I watched Fran Dresser.
Dresser? Fran Dresser.
Look, I'm a frog. I don't know how to pronounce it.
You're right. I shouldn't pick on it.
I watched Fran Dresser. I watched all of the Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
I watched the odd British Bake Off.
Yeah. What's your favorite Sandler, by the way?
Oh God. I'm gonna say the latest one, the spooky one.
Hubie Halloween? That's your favorite?
That was a classic.
All right. Well, look, who am I to judge?
It had everything that you love about Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
Him playing someone that he shouldn't be playing, you know? He's bringing back, he had throwbacks. He had the Doyle Rose boys, you know, they're always in there. He had all of his main characters that are in all of his movies.
Yeah. I want to go to the chat because there's a question coming in courtesy of High Score Run. If you kiss human, does he become a human? So if a human person were to give you a smooch, Hugh, would that make you fully human? Oh, no. I guess we struck a nerve.
You know what? I'm glad they brought it up. So I'm just gonna dust my hair and my hat. Look, I've been trying to fuck people ever since I turned into a frog.
Yeah.
You know, because that was the hope. That was the hope.
Mm-hmm.
When I was little, I watched the prince, you know, that turned in the frog. He turned into a frog and then he turned back.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I could be a man.
Yeah.
And I've gone around. I've been Tindering. I've been bumbling. I've been hinging. I've been humping. I've been doing all of it.
Humping?
Yeah, that's what you do once you kiss, James.
You go right from kissing to humping?
Yes. Because once you figure out that the kissing isn't working, you try it all. You try all of it.
So you go from point A, which is kissing, it doesn't work, so it's like I gotta up the ante here, and then you go right to humping?
Yes, I'm a frog. All we do is jump.
That might be your problem.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean that's my problem?
Well, if the kissing's not working, you don't want to go right to humping. That's probably the brick wall you're running into. Nobody wants to be humped right after a bad kiss.
Well,
I know that.
Turn myself into a man, James. I don't care how. You know, you watch the porns.
Porns?
The porns, yes. That's where I see everyone being such a big, strong man. So strong and big on there. And that's what I want to be. I want to be a big, strong man.
Yeah. Can I give you some advice? Don't take your tips from the porns.
What? Why?
Maybe go get a self-help book or something.
See, this is the thing. I thought that maybe, you know, I tried kissing. And then I was like, maybe it's because I'm not in love.
Yeah.
And then I found someone. I fell in love. You know, James, I fell so hard in love.
What happened?
Well, they realized I was a frog.
Right,
And
yeah.
then oh, fuck. And then they, sorry, I just put on my human glove for a moment.
Yeah.
And then they threw me into the pond.
How tall are you?
I'm like 3.
So were you on a date with a woman?
Yeah.
All right. So how long did it take them to figure out that you were a frog?
Well, first of all, she was blind, so she couldn't.
Oh. So you went on a date with a blind woman. She couldn't tell you were 3 feet tall.
Oh, that at first. I didn't know it at first.
You didn't know she was blind?
Oh. How am I supposed to know this?
How are you supposed to know this?
Frog.
Where'd you meet her?
I just met her on the street.
So you walk up to her, introduce yourself. My name's Hugh Man. You go on a date. If she's blind, how did she figure out you were a frog?
When she kissed me.
Oh, right. So wait, she kissed you? She thought this is like kissing a frog. Then she picked you up. This blind lady picked you up and threw you into a pond?
Yes. She's like, oh my God. How did this happen again?
Again? You're telling me there's more of you walking the streets?
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you go meet another frog person?
I just want to be a man.
Yeah.
It's fun. And if I'm with another frog, what does that make me but a frog?
You're right. You know what? You're right. Far be it for me to judge.
Don't rib into me. Don't be riveting into
Yeah, I won't rib into you. Yeah. Easy, Tiger. But yeah, I don't want any trouble. I don't want to get strangled by your webbed hand.
James, it's actually kind of a relief that I got to get that off my chest.
Sure, I believe it. I believe it.
I've been, it's been a long time, so it's good that I got to do that.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can make a Christmas wish this year that you can make the full jump to true human.
You think I could?
Well, hey, why the hell not?
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Is Santa real? I've been hearing the story about Santa, and I'm just wondering if that's a real thing. Because I would really like to get a wish of being a human if we was able to do it.
Yeah, it's how you're doing an impersonation of a lawnmower now. Anyways, look, Hugh, we got to let you go. We got a lot of show left, but I'd like for you to come back anytime you want. I'd be happy to chat with you as you navigate through life, and I just hope you don't get tossed into any more ponds. And you might want to give the top of your head a bit of a shine or something.
James,
I think your skin is receding.
James, don't. No, this is my head. This is part of the wig that I put on. Hey,
yeah.
Don't make fun of.
You're right.
Don't make fun of who I am.
I won't. You're right.
Maybe who I am is balding, and they don't like when you talk about that. Okay.
Well, in fairness, I said your skin was receding, but yeah. Pull that little hat down.
Okay. Well, how does skin recede and hair? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, James. Though I really do appreciate it. And if you wanna make out to see if I can turn into a man, I'll.
Oh. That's you, man. So we can transition away. Good God. All right, that was Mr. Man making his first appearance on the show. As uncomfortable as that made me, it also made me quite happy to start tonight's show off with that. And I'll be honest, I could have done that full hour with Mr. Man. I was looking at the clock and I thought, I got 2 more guests. How much do I care about their segments? The answer is a lot. The answer is a lot. I see you in the chat. I like your cute G5154. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I can't pronounce people's usernames. I like your style in the chat though. It's a little nasty. Asking what nasty ass pond did Hugh Man get thrown into? I like it when you get nasty in the chat. I'm not a nasty guy, but I like it when it gets a little nasty. If you ain't dirty, you ain't here to party. My favorite lyric from a song ever, courtesy of Redman in the Christina Aguilera track, Dirty, because it had 2 R's in it. Speaking of dirty, let's move on to our next guest, joining us as they do every single Friday night. Here she is, bringing us Steph's Shame Shack, Steph Mercier Voyer.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool? Can I dance for you?
I hated both of those dance moves a lot.
I'm gonna be on your side for that one.
Oh, I'm glad that we can finally agree to that.
Yeah, they were quite unpleasant to do because I'm standing on a tiny stool and it's wobbling.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. What people don't see out there in Twitch land is I get to see a full view of everyone in the queue. And as I was wrapping up with Hugh Man, I could see you sort of sampling different ways you'd like to make your entrance. And then as I saw you stand on your chair, I'm assuming, I thought, oh no, I think I'm about to have to see some twerking.
Yeah, I can't say that my back moves as well now that there's a giant screw through it. So
Yeah.
my twerking abilities are not the same as they used to be. But you know what? I gotta practice.
But you know what, Steph, I'd like to tell you something, and this is for everyone watching right now who'd like to take their twerking to the next level. You and I live in the same neighborhood, and I hope that doesn't spoil anything for people who like to have a bit of a mystery as to where people on this show live. Also, maybe I shouldn't.
Curious as to where you're going with us living close and twerking.
Hold on. We're gonna get to it. As I was walking by the canal in the summer, I saw a twerking class taking place by the canal. There was one teacher, 2 participants, and then maybe about 10 feet away, there's a real skinny guy just sitting on a rock, smoking, watching the twerking. And I thought it's probably helpful to have people watching the class so you can really figure out, because I imagine if you're going to do the twerking, you're probably going to do it up in the club at some point. So this kind of puts you in a club setting.
Okay, let me compare it to doing an outdoor improv class. Does it help to have people watching?
I'm going to tell you something about doing outdoor improv. It's not for me. It's not for me. It isn't for me. Now, is it worse? I don't know. I suppose it depends on what you're going for. Now, I only had to teach the classes, and I was distracted a lot of the time. Now, I've talked about on this show, I saw people kicking soccer balls, doing wind sprints, listening to dubstep. I saw some people making out on a bench. And it was almost the 2 spectrums of things, making out on a bench versus improv, how different those things can be, and how your life could be making out on a bench if you step away from improv.
Yeah, I would say that improv definitely, ever since I started doing improv, I've been making out a lot less.
Yeah, but here's the thing about improv. Some people start making out a lot more, I think. If you're like the all-star of your level 3 class, you can make out with at least 1 person.
Okay, I mean, maybe that works for people.
Yeah, not for me.
I don't know.
Not my jam. I like to keep those things as far away from each other as possible.
Also, you're the teacher, so it's kind of creepy. You shouldn't be making out with the star of your level 3. The star of your level 3 also is a creepy thing to say.
Yeah, I've never done it. And I've taught a lot of level 3s, trust me. Taught a lot of level 3s.
Have you had a lot of level 3 star improvisers trying to make out with you?
Never. You want to know why? Because I think I put out some real asexual vibes.
Oh, shocking.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that it works.
Oh, so I don't know if maybe people in the chat are really surprised that you put out, you don't put out. I'm just going to end up.
Well, you know, there's a bit of a nefarious comment in the chat right now coming from Nathan Van Horn. He claims I made out with him after level 3. I never taught Nathan level 3, so he's a liar. Don't believe him, folks. Don't believe him. Anyways, Steph, this is a perfect segue because we're here to talk about shame. I'm sure many people have had shameful improv makeouts. I'm not one of them. I am not one of those people. I got out of that scene. No shameful makeouts, no shameful sexual encounters.
I hated how you said that. I hated how you said that.
What do you mean? That's the way that you pronounce it. Sexual.
No.
I'm as clean as it gets, but I could stand and take a shower because I'm sweating profusely right now. I turned my heat on before the show, not realizing it was mild out.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were around someone that you were into and you smelled bad because you were sweaty?
That's a great question. Offhand, the answer is no, but I'm gonna say this right here, right now. If there was somebody that I was attracted to romantically, and I felt that they were also romantically inclined towards me, what I would say is, I'm going to put this out there right now. I'm a little stinky. And I want it to be out there. I don't, once we're in the orb of romantic interaction, you're going to get full-blown James right away. FBJ.
and full-blown James is James that stinks?
I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell a story here that some people might say, now, James, you should have been ashamed of that. You shouldn't have done that. I was on a third date with a person once, and as we were walking to the metro, I told them the story that I told last week about peeing the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, why are you telling me this story? And I said, people don't tell these stories. And then guess what? She went on multiple more dates with me, and then I'm the one that ended things.
Oh, I thought that's something you didn't do.
Full of surprises.
Wow. Did you piss on her?
No, I didn't piss on her. The only thing I pissed on was metaphorically her dreams. But, you know, it's probably for the best. If I was her number 1 draft pick, she probably needed to go back to her scouts to do some more research on who she wanted.
Is that therapy? Is that code for therapy?
You know what? I'm not. I think I'm a very, very respectful young man. And if I was in a long-term relationship with someone, that's the way it's pronounced, relationship.
Sexual and relationship?
Yeah. Things sometimes in a relationship get sexual. So, in any event, I'm not ashamed of it. I couldn't care less. I put my head on my pillow at night, and I don't think about that ever. IDGAF.
Are you okay? You seem a little aggressive.
I'm feisty tonight. It was talking to Hugh Man. I really like that Hugh Man guy.
Oh,
That guy was a wild card. And the chat's getting feisty too.
Look, he's cute. I'm gonna say Hugh is pretty cute.
Yeah.
You know, my mom's nickname for me is Grenouille.
Frog in French, yeah.
So I don't want to say that it might be a sign.
Steph, you got to watch out. You might be falling into another classic At Home with James storyline.
Right.
Just
dating people on the show.
Stop. Yeah, stop. Yeah. Dating people. You fake dated sleazy Darren.
Speaking of someone who smells bad.
Sleazy Darren?
The guy hangs out in garbage all day.
Well, yeah. What was it about that guy that turned you on?
The smell.
The smell of good. Okay, so we understand. We're bringing it back full circle. I think if there was somebody that was attracted to me and I said, hey, look, Joanne, I'm going to put this out there right now. I was sweating a lot and I'm feeling a little pungent. So maybe we got to give each other some space.
James, what's your age range for dating women if Joanne is the name that you're giving as an example?
What's wrong with Joanne? Joanne's probably early 30s.
No way.
Yeah, way. Joanne?
No. When's
Yeah.
the last time? When have you ever met a Joanne that was your age?
If anyone, look, I want to put out there right now, I'm looking for my own little Joanne.
Actually, James, I just remembered.
Mhm.
You know that time I told you that I have 5 first names?
Yes.
One of them is Joanne.
There you go. So there is a Joanne in their early 30s.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but yours is probably, it's not Joanne, it's
no, mine is Joanne. Yeah.
Joanne. Yeah. Okay, so we're talking about shame. I have yet to feel any type of shame during this segment. If anything, I feel empowered, which I never feel. Let's get into it, Steph. Why shame this week? Why shame?
Because I think last week I told a pretty shameful story.
Yeah, crapping the bed.
Next to someone I loved.
Yeah.
Wearing just a t-shirt, and oh, it's funny. Earlier I was wearing that t-shirt. Yeah, a white t-shirt, no underwear. I just shat the bed in beautiful sunny Vancouver.
Yeah, stained with memories of romance and feces.
Such the mountains, the space, the ocean, the
yeah,
it's glorious, beautiful. And I had a lot of fun talking about shame.
Yeah.
And I loved hearing your story, and I thought that that was a topic that I was excited about.
Well, you had corresponded with me, and I said, I'll be honest, there's very few moments that I have left feeling shame or embarrassment.
Right. You don't experience shame.
Not really.
And I guess that's interesting. Oh, and then I suggested shame for like embarrassed for others.
All the time.
Yeah. So I like that too. That's a form of embarrassment when you feel that like pit in your stomach for someone else. Oof.
Well, not to bring up improv again, but I've taught a number of classes.
Yeah, you must feel that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But let's not make this about me, because this whole segment is sort of revolved around me. I want to understand your relationship to embarrassment or shame.
So there's a few different things. And this week, you texted me last Saturday about what you ate during a day.
Right.
And you felt like you had gone a little too far. And that to me is, if I go a little too far with food, especially if I like binge and eat tons of disgusting things, it brings me a lot of shame and embarrassment and gas. And I might shit the bed later. So it's kind of all related.
So this is great. I'm glad that you brought that up, because that, I don't want to say it was shame, but it was a matter, I think I was intoxicated by the idea of I'm going to eat this and this and this. So I ate for lunch. I made a steak dinner for lunch, full steak dinner.
Potatoes?
I ate 4 potatoes.
Potatoes?
I ate 4 whole white potatoes. So they're on the smaller to medium size. But as I was boiling them, I thought, this is too many potatoes. I'll probably eat half. So I ate the steak, half of the potatoes, and a pile of broccoli, which is a very uncommon meal for me, because there was no gravy, French fries, cheese, or pepperoni on it. And then I finished off the potatoes straight out of the pot. I laid on my couch and I took a nap. I woke up, and then I went across the street and purchased 18 pieces of avocado sushi. I ate that. And then I thought, I want a tub of those 2-bite brownies. So on my way to the grocery store, I decided I also wanted a medium pizza. So I ordered the pizza while I was purchasing the brownies, dropped the brownies and a 2-liter of Coke Zero off at my apartment, got the pizza, came home, ate half of the pizza. Then I ate about a quarter of the tub of brownies. And I thought, hey, now you're an all-star. And then I went to bed and I woke up with heartburn. So I don't want to say shame, but Saturdays are probably my worst day of the week, because there's no show. It feels like a Saturday and I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly through my day. And I thought, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to allow myself to be drugged down into the dark pit of despair, but I'm going to eat as much as I can.
That sounds like a lot of fun, but I feel like I would have eaten a burger somewhere in there.
You know, there's a couple weeks ago when I ate 13 burgers in 1 week, so I may have been burgered out.
I can't believe you don't feel shame. That's crazy.
Not over that. If anything, it was a lot of fun doing it. Shame. Of course, there's moments I felt shame where I've yelled during arguments. I really don't like yelling in arguments. I don't like when arguments get to a place of yelling. I understand that we have our emotions and that's how they come out. I don't like when I yell because it sounds really mean. It sounds really mean.
Yeah, yelling's no good. You should.
I'd rather be yelled at than yell at someone every day because my tonally, like earlier on, you're like, James, you sound so irritated. I'm having a great time right now. I'm probably a 9 on 10 in terms of happiness. This is the thing. I start yelling and it just sounds so horrible, just so mean and hateful.
Yeah, you have a tone problem.
Yeah. I'm not ashamed of it.
No, you're not. I'm really truly amazed that you're not ashamed of anything. I feel like most things I do, I feel a lot of embarrassment or shame around.
Like what? What's something that you feel shame about, maybe that you think is specific and unique to you?
Okay, so there's since we were talking about food, there's this one thing that I used to do, which so I would order a lot of food, and then I was like, at the point where I thought I was done, I was like, oh, I feel sick, I'm gonna be done. I would throw the rest out because I'd be like, nah, no more. Mm-hmm. And then a few hours later, I would go in the trash and I would get the food out and eat it.
This is why you and Sleazy Darren clicked.
Yeah.
So you're eating garbage.
Yeah, but technically it's not quite garbage. Like there's nothing on top of it. I didn't add to it. It's just
no, it's garbage. It's You know what? I recently took something out of the garbage last week, but it was some leftover bread that I gave to a squirrel. Now I know I could have offered it to you.
Okay, what if, okay, I'm going to add a little.
I just want to say something here, folks. You can't hear it, but Dave is on tech tonight, and I'm crushing right now with Dave. I'm crushing tonight. Go on, please. Great night for James.
Does it count if it's still in the container? Let's say I got like Saint Suba and it's still in the box, but in the trash. Would you, because that to me feels like it's a go.
You know what? I'm gonna answer this. I'm gonna answer by way of the chat once again, coming from Nathan Van Horn. You can put the leftovers in the fridge instead of the garbage.
Yeah, no, I realize that, but the point of why I'm putting it in the garbage is because I'm done with it.
Oh, it doesn't sound like you are.
Like
okay, how many times have you done this? More than 3 times?
It really sounds like I'm trying to dump an ex and I put him somewhere I can still access him.
Yeah, you threw. You're. It's a very much like what happened. Throwing an ex into the pond.
Yeah. And so, speaking of exes, my ex who I shat on pretty much.
Can we give this guy a name? Can we give him a fake name? You can't pick Joanne. It's taken.
Frank.
Yeah, Frank with a C.
Okay. Frank with a C.
Yeah.
So I met Frank, and before I shat on him, we bonded over the fact that he also ate out of the trash.
This is great.
But his trick was that now, so that he wouldn't go back into the trash, what he did is that he poured water all over the food.
So he spoils it.
Yeah, and then put it in the trash to make sure he wouldn't go back.
Yeah, he's watering his food. Just getting his hose out from the garden and spraying it as the neighbors are going by. Hey, Frank, watering the flowers? Nah, my food.
Just to make sure he wouldn't eat more of it.
But like, what are you throwing out though? Like, what is it? Like half a cake or something?
No, it's like leftover fries, a half club sandwich, or
half a club in the garbage. I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Look, James, usually it's not because I've only ordered the club. I've had the cake. I've had all the other things around it, and I feel like shit. And by this point, I'm bloated. Everything hurts, but I can't stop myself.
Yeah.
I put it in the trash for a couple minutes, and then I go on the couch, think about something else, and smoke weed. That's when I used to smoke a lot of weed.
Yep.
And then I'm like, no, I don't feel so full anymore.
Yeah, I better go eat some garbage.
And I eat more.
Yeah.
That feels really good.
Yeah, you got it off your chest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my therapy now. It's just
Well, yeah, I think you might need a new therapist. I can't believe someone does more shamefully for people. I'm often gently ribbed about the type of eating I do. Like, oh my God, James, you had some vegetables today. Yeah, it doesn't happen often. But I ate a lot of vegetables this week, but now I can say I'm not eating garbage, literal garbage.
Wow, like you're sounding really angry and aggressive.
No, I'm having a great time. It's just my tone.
Oh, okay.
See, I'll leave this segment feeling ashamed after, like, I was yelling at Steph.
See, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I want you to experience shame.
Well,
What if I put like fresh cookies like in a bowl that's like just hovering over the top of the trash, but the lid is closed, and then
you can do what you want. It doesn't. I'm happy that you've been eating garbage because now we can do this on the show.
But okay, I can't tempt you if like it's just a bowl of cookies like on top.
I'd probably eat it. Yeah, I'd probably eat the garbage cookies. And may I just say, the cookies you baked that I was the benefactor of were fantastic.
Fun fact, the flour was actually put in the trash.
Yeah, it was actually flour that was cut with various other trash items like coffee grounds and
put everything in the
watermelon
food
rinds.
processor. Just potato peels, put that in the food processor, a couple chocolate chips, pound of sugar and butter. There you go, James.
I thought I tasted a bit of banana.
Yeah.
I thought I tasted a bit of banana in those things. Steph, anything else that you like to exercise the demons of as it pertains to shame? Because I think a lot of people, it's reasonable. People have food-based shame. Not me though.
I think for tonight, that's pretty much the only one that I'm willing to talk about. That was a big one for me.
Well, okay. Before we start to move on to our next thing, how do you feel about doing this again?
I would
Steph's
love
shame
to
shack.
continue exploring the shame in my shame shack. I was supposed to have a shack behind me, and I'm embarrassed that I don't because
save it next week. But we're going to be doing something. We're going to shift gears quickly next week. Steph, do you want to let people know what we'll be doing next Friday?
Okay, so next week we're going to do Hallmark movies. We're going to come up with titles of Hallmark movies, and then we're going to give the plot.
Specifically with the holiday theme in mind.
Oh, I didn't know they made Hallmark movies for other seasons.
Oh, they've got them for every season. They got autumn Hallmark movies. They've got summertime Hallmark movies, spring. There's specific to winter, and they all have to do with bake-offs.
Damn, sorry, I didn't know. I guess.
Don't worry.
Now I feel ashamed.
Nah, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Let it go. We'll edit it out of the episode.
How do you want to do this? Do you want us to come up with the things, or do you want people in the chat to send us titles, or anything?
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Since this is going to be happening next Friday, starting on Monday, I will be alerting our trusted viewers to give us some titles, and then we can play with those. And if not, we'll just make them up ourselves.
Okay, I love it. I'm really excited about that. I am very enthused by Christmas this year.
So am I, Steph. I'm excited, and hopefully nothing shameful happens for you or I during the Christmas season.
I can't promise.
Neither can I. Steph, thanks so much for being here tonight. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Am I going to dance now?
Dave, hit the music.
Okay.
Can I dance for you?
I like that dance. That's very good. Oh, now I don't like it anymore. Folks, that was Steph Mercier Voyer. I mentioned it that next week we are officially going to begin the holiday season, and that starts on Monday night right here, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will do, for the first time ever, the at-home tree lighting, just like at Rockefeller Center, but without the pomp, without the circumstance, without the celebrities, without the cast of the Today Show. None of those people will be here, but we are going to create our very own unique tree lighting experience as I light my own Christmas tree, which is going to be right over here. Monday night, we're going to have our own musical performances, and our next and final guest this evening will be an on-site correspondent. We light the tree on Monday night. Tell your mom, dad, auntie, unkie, brother, sister, Grammy, Grampy. Tell your best friend. Tell your worst enemy to tune in. Otherwise, I'm never going to do the show again after Monday. Let's welcome our third and final guest, not to be outdone, the man on the booth tonight. It's Dave Kaufman. Dave, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
I want to ask you a question, Dave, because I've been noticing you've been watching pretty intently tonight. And a lot of times when you're teching, I feel like you're looking at your phone or doing something or other.
Well, I'm always watching intently, James, and when I'm looking at my phone, I'm probably looking at the Twitch stream.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask. I noticed that you blocked a bot in the chat, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Thank you.
You blocked, G Bella 82444.
Yeah, he was spamming.
Yeah.
Spamming links. Couldn't have it. Didn't want it.
Yeah.
Got rid of
I wonder
it.
what the links went to. But in any event, I also want to ask, I feel like tonight's been a pretty funny show.
You want to rate the show?
I want to get your opinion. I've been hearing you laughing more than I think any show that I've ever heard you tech.
Well, then why don't we just consider that my opinion?
Pretty good. Okay, so it feels like that's an easy way out. Dave, we are here to talk about some international snacks that we purchased after discovering a brand new grocery store earlier this week. The floor is yours.
That's right, James. There's a new grocery store just opened up in the Faubourg, which is notorious for
Which is historically a disgusting mall.
Disgusting mall. It's a food court, had some amazing restaurants, but also had a cockroach infestation that lasted years and years and years.
It became part of the charm.
There was Cuisine Bangkok, I believe. That was a great Thai place there. There was the original Grumman was in there, and they left because of the cockroach problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, that place is a dump, but it's been bought, and now it's Marché Nuon.
Yes.
And it's an Asian grocery store, and it's fantastic.
Yep. We were walking by on Wednesday, debated going in, ultimately agreed to go in, and then we were absolutely floored by some of the deals, but also the different treats that we had never been exposed to. So much so that we knew we had to come back.
All sorts of treats, and going to a new grocery store is, not to get emotional here, but I love grocery stores. It's one of my biggest pleasures. When traveling, that's the first thing that I do. It's like Sarah likes to go to the churches, the museums, and Sarah being my wife.
Yeah.
And I like to go to the grocery stores. I check them out. I browse the aisles. And I check out all the weird snacks of variety.
Yeah,
of
we
places.
We lost you on Wednesday. And I also want to, once again, all-star of the chat tonight, Nathan Van Horn, also showing some love for Marché Nuon. So it's got some fans in the Montreal region.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you bought one of the items that Nathan, well, not quite the item, but along the lines of that item, which is
I love, this is the only thing that me and the Juggalo Army have in common is that we both love Faygo soda.
Yeah, and they're having a tough time in COVID, so let's shout out to the Juggalo
Army.
The gathering was canceled this year.
Yeah, the gathering was canceled. This is true. I was supposed to perform at the gathering.
Oh, yeah?
Can I tell you something? Sure. I almost performed at the gathering of the Juggalos about 10 years ago.
What happened? Did you get scared?
Yeah, I got scared of all the Juggalos. Everyone who knows really knows that it's all about love with the Juggalo Army.
Yeah.
I say army, but it's a family. It's the twisted. It's the family. Yeah, psychopathic family. Because there's also there's the Insane Clown Posse. There's Twisted. Mm-hmm. Anyways,
that goes on and on.
It goes on and on. I could go on forever, baby.
Yeah, we both could go on for hours about the Juggalos, but we've got snacks to cover. As you can see, my background is a snack attack, and that's what's.
We went back today. We both purchased some chicken wings where they sell. You can buy the mixed pack of both the flats and the drumsticks, or just the flats, or just so. Flats. I was pretty excited.
And it's dirt cheap meat, So that's
dirt
very exciting.
Cheap meat, yeah.
Yeah. Which if I had a food truck, I'd call it that.
That's a great idea. Unfortunately for Steph, you can't fish it out of the garbage.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe,
for a
yeah.
discount. Yeah.
Maybe for a discount. So we're going to sample some chips that we purchased.
Yeah, so let's go over all we have so far.
Yep.
And so we bought a selection of stuff. We bought these honey butter kettle chips.
Yep.
Which,
Honey butter kettle chips, which I'm already projecting will be the best of the
these
bunch.
will probably be the best. We got cucumber lays. Let's
Yep,
see.
which has already been predicted that these will just be dill pickle.
They're just cucumber pickles and cucumbers are the same thing.
Well, I did not know that.
Oh, well, wait, where's my other bags? Oh, here we go. We got this is white rabbit candy flavored, but if you look at the English translation, it just translates to milk flavored chips.
These are milk flavored chips.
So those look good. Now,
Yep.
those are what you bought, and I
Yes.
picked up a couple of extra things.
Yeah, you went buck wild. You went
Yeah.
buck wild.
I picked up these crab flavored chips.
Mm-hmm.
And I also picked up something real special. I'd like to show it to you now.
Yeah.
And it's snail rice noodles, spicy plus.
Yep.
And the reason I bought them is because I was looking through the ingredients, and I'm going to pull something up on the...
Sure.
As you can see, there's a English translation of the ingredients in the back. And I'm going to pull something on the screen. Just give me a moment.
Yep. So once again, keep your eyes peeled on the screen, folks, because Dave is a very smart individual, smart shopper, looks at the ingredients before purchasing to really understand what he's getting himself into.
For health purposes. And one of the ingredients was Jew's ear.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
spelled
Jewish.
JEW''S space EAR space BAG. So it's Jew's ear bag.
No, there's I think what my James. There's a bag of an ingredient in there called Jew's ear.
Got it. Excuse me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
And,
I would hate to come up as anti-Semitic right now.
Please, James.
You've already been
Do
forbade
better.
from celebrating Hanukkah this year
Do
in
better,
Quebec.
James.
So,
All
yeah.
right. And so I looked up this ingredient, and I have a picture of it up here. Give me a second. And yeah, this is a picture, and it's a mushroom apparently called Jew's ear, and the picture's up there. And I'm gonna cut to back to the two shot. And I'm gonna show off one of my ears.
Sure. So you're saying that this ingredient is named after the ear of Jewish people.
I believe so, yeah. And it looks a lot like my giant Jewish ears.
Yeah.
So you know what? It's not anti-Semitic. It's accurate.
Oh, it's a positive.
It's a positive.
Okay, that's great. Well,
So I got so excited that I bought the bag of snail rice noodles, and I'm gonna make it maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll make it on the show next week.
yeah, that sounds great. I want to see you you can really taste the Jew's ear.
Yeah.
If anyone tuning in
James.
at that moment, so I can't say it.
James, come on.
Well, I want
James,
to,
please.
yeah, I'm going to plead what Sid Rock in the chat pleads. I can't be anti-Semitic. I have a Jewish friend.
That's right. If you have one Jewish friend, you cannot be an anti-Semite.
Wait, so I can say it.
Yes, you can say it.
Oh,
I
well,
think-
yeah, one of our guests is now pulling up a picture of it in our queue. You can't see it, but yeah, it really does look like an ear.
So
It looks just, yeah.
oh, there. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a
So yeah,
Jew's
please
ear.
cook that on the show next week. But let's really get into the nitty gritty. This was advertised as Chit Chat and Chips, so I'm excited.
And one last thing, I also brought a glass of water to rinse my mouth in between chip tasting.
You and I both. I've been rationing my supply of 2 glasses of water. So
I'm gonna clear my palate right away.
yeah, Dave, where would you like to begin? Which chip would you like to see us try? We've got the honey butter, cucumber, and milk.
I say we go cucumber, milk, and then we end with the honey butter.
All right, great. So we're going to begin with the cucumber.
Hold on, I'm getting notification from Mr. Man, who might be Jewish.
Well,
With a name
veers
like
in and out,
Mr. Man.
veers in and out from being from Great Britain, but also maybe Williamsburg.
A lot of your last name ends with man. You might be
Yeah.
Jewish. I'm Kaufman, after all.
Yep.
And Mr.
I'm
Man's saying
out
to
of frame as I pick up my chips here.
Switch it. Mr. Man, what's your recommendation? Type it. And don't let us have dead air, Mr. Man, now that you've interrupted the show. Oh. Plainer flavor first. All right, so we're going to start off with the honey...
Milk?
Butter... No, the milk.
Milk, yeah, okay.
Honey butter. Honey butter.
Honey butter it is. Okay, so we're beginning with what I predict to be the best chip.
Yeah. So you ready for the snack attack, James?
I can't even open this thing.
I know, it's very difficult.
Can't even open this bag of chips. This is crazy. Whoa, folks, this show, it's already 10 after 10. We might be here until next Friday.
I opened it, and
I got it too.
It really smells like butter.
Let's see.
Smell.
Smells like nothing to me.
Really? You might have COVID, bro.
I may have COVID. Okay, so we have to take a big hearty chip here.
Mine reeks of butter.
I might have a dud bag. So it looks just like a regular, it kind of looks like a pretzel. So here we go. They're kind of stale.
How's it sound? They're not crunchy. These feel
No, they're
old.
not crunchy. They kind of taste like Steph has already poured water on them and they got hard again.
Yeah.
They don't taste like honey or butter to me.
They taste like butter to me. A little sweet. I can taste the honey, but they taste stale. I guess they were imported from Japan.
Yeah, no, I believe these are a Korean chip.
Oh, my mistake. Korean.
I'll probably finish the bag.
I'm gonna put it here so the audience can see.
All right, so yeah, that was fine. Not offensive, not great.
I think that they're pretty bad. I'm gonna go ahead and say that those are bad chips. Oh, they also had, which we didn't buy, they had classic American flavor.
Yeah.
Which I think we should have bought. Maybe we'll do it next week.
Well, I wanted to, but somebody said no. Let's move on.
They're also expensive.
These bags of chips, these are mini bags, and they're about like 3 bags of chips. We're going to move on to cucumber now.
Yeah, we're being prompted by Mr. Man to move on to cucumber.
Somehow Mr. Man has taken over the show.
Yeah.
Oh, cucumber.
So these are Lay's.
Yeah, these are Lay's.
Classic chip company.
A little hard to open, but not impossible.
Got it.
Now these smell like cucumber.
They do smell like. They don't smell like pickles.
Yeah.
They smell
no,
like
I would say
cucumber.
more like cucumber.
Yeah, they smell like they have a certain freshness compared to like a dill.
Yeah. So this confirms I don't have COVID. They taste like cucumber.
They taste like cucumber. It's like cucumber water, but on a chip. It's pretty good.
You know what? These are crunchier.
They're crunchier. They're not stale.
Mm-hmm.
They I don't know how to describe chips.
Nope.
Why? I don't know.
You know what? I'm gonna say something. These are sturdier because I find Lay's chips to be quite brittle.
Yeah. It's like it's refreshing. It almost tastes like water.
Yeah. It's like if you went to a conference and in the conference room they had a water dispenser with cucumbers.
Yeah.
Take that flavor and turn it into a chip.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go put these in the trash, and I'm gonna eat them later.
It's almost, yeah, you pour them in the trash. It's almost like you're pouring them in the trash, and Steph is pouring cucumber water on the chips.
Yeah.
And they're altering the flavor.
I'm having a few more.
Yeah, these are pretty good. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow, Dave? You want to hang out?
Yeah, we'll eat these chips.
Ah.
All right.
All right. Pretty good. I think they'd be good with dip.
Oh yeah, like a ranch dip or something.
They taste like cucumber.
Yeah. Or like a tzatziki.
That would be great. A tzatziki sauce on a chip. There we go.
Yeah.
Now we're off to the races.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him 4 chips out of 5 chips.
That's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.5 out of 5 chips because I think that if you ate the whole bag, you'd be like, I don't want any more of these effing things.
I like them more than the dill pickle chips though, because I find the dill, they're a little bit too
Hold on though. How about
funky.
the dill pickle flavor, but on the consistency of the Japanese Lay's chip, which we've confirmed to be a sturdier potato chip.
No, I'm sticking with what I said.
All right, well, that's fine. It's a free country.
All
Let's
right.
move on to our third and final chip, milk flavored.
Milk flavored chips.
Yep.
Get that bag open.
Oh, these smell like candy or like yogurt.
Oh, they smell
These really
awful.
smell like, yeah, they smell like if anyone, this is probably none of these chips are broken. And it looks like, the word that comes to my mind is this, like, they're sexy. Look how, like, they're all clean and beautiful.
You know what? Mine are pretty sexy too.
Yeah, wow.
Whew.
Oh, if you look at the back, there's a label that says, now sexier.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, they changed the
they were
recipe.
doing the product research, like, so.
Yeah.
What do people think about these chips? I like the
They're
taste.
right.
They could be sexier.
Yeah, but they don't turn me on.
Yeah. Someone's like, this guy said that. This guy said that about each chip today.
Yeah,
That's not true. He said the cucumber one was pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they smell like kind of like a yop drink. Those yogurt drinks.
They smell like sweet, like sweet candy. But I guess that's what their flavor is.
Yeah, here we go. So we're about to do this. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. It tastes like something, but I can't remember what it is. It tastes like vanilla
Yeah, if vanilla Coke was a chip.
or like white chocolate, maybe.
They're fucking gross, man.
You know what it is? I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's like vanilla.
Yeah,
It's icing. It's like a birthday cake icing. That's what it
cake
is.
icing chips. Mr. Man is pointing out that they're White Rabbit chips, and White Rabbit is a candy. I believe Japanese. I'm not 100% sure. And apparently, you can eat the wrapping.
Yeah. These taste like it's a vanilla. It's like a whipped vanilla birthday cake icing.
And everybody likes candy, but nobody likes candy that is in chips or chips that taste like candy.
I'm gonna have to give this 1 out of 5 chips.
I'm gonna give it 1.5 out of 5 chips.
Now the question is, can they be saved with a dip? Do you think?
No.
What about
no.
some type of barbecue sauce?
Ew, no. I was thinking maybe if you put them in like a loose candy bowl. Like with like some Swedish berries.
Yeah, like Swedish berries, a couple Scotch mints, some maybe like some peppermint candy, a bit of. It's like almost like a chip of a barbeau papa.
Yeah, exactly. Or like in a bowl full of Werther's Original, you just you dump these on top of it.
It's absolutely awful.
These are horrible chips.
But they're really crunchy, and I like that.
I'm worried that, I mean, this isn't culturally insensitive to say that these chips are fucking awful, is it?
No.
No.
That's the culturally insensitive part about this segment? After you're talking about Jews' ears?
James!
Oh, I thought you said I could say it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this is the first ever eating segment on this show ever. I think I'm going to finish the honey
I got
butter.
Something else. This is going to be nasty. I bought vegetarian bean curd.
All right, well, I didn't buy that.
So I won't eat it then.
Well, have a bite. Let's. This is a good way to end the segment, I think.
All right, I'll eat it. I'll try.
Yeah, it really didn't take much to convince you,
You
did
ever
it?
had bean curd before? Can I open this bag?
I've had bean curd and I think those sesame balls.
Bean curd is notoriously gross,
Okay, so it isn't that then.
especially when it's fermenting.
Okay.
But this bag was only $2. I opened it.
Well, that was cheaper than the White Rabbit chips.
The White Rabbit chips were $10 a bag. That's not true.
No.
They were $3 a bag. Okay, these smell legitimately awful.
Yep.
They look like little apricots.
Okay. Or now, are they crunchy or soft?
They're soft.
Mm-hmm. What kind of soft? Like a Swedish berry?
Kind of spicy.
Okay.
They're really gross.
Yep.
They're fucking
Now-
gross.
Are you more likely to finish those or the milk chips?
I had one of these. Honestly, these are fucking disgusting.
I like that they're so gross that you're giggling like a little boy.
Another one.
Yeah, keep eating them.
They're juicy. You bite into it, there's a little juice that comes out.
Like a gusher?
It's like a gusher, but bean.
Garbage. Yeah, a bean
It's a
gusher.
fermented bean gusher.
Yeah.
It's fucking awful, man.
Yeah, I can tell because you're cursing profusely.
It's also spicy.
So it's a spicy bean gusher.
Yeah.
Worse, but not worse than the White Rabbit chip.
I'm crying. I'm legitimately crying.
Because of how bad they are or how spicy they are?
I don't know.
You don't know. That's how bad they are. It's left you with a sense of mystery
This is so gross.
as he bites another one. Yeah, have another one.
What does it say on the package?
I'll tell you what the problem is. It's not a sexy product.
No, it's not fuckable.
Yeah, not like the bag of White Rabbit. See, now here's the thing that kind of bothers me, which I was worried about when we were at the grocery store earlier when I was saying, I don't want to buy a bunch of stuff and then not eat it. I don't want to be wasteful. There's no way I can eat these candy chips.
James, if there's a will, there's a way.
Okay, well, yeah, maybe I'll keep eating them by next Monday's episode.
Yeah. Well, that was the first snack attack on the show.
It was pretty good. I thought that was a pretty good segment, Dave. I thought tonight's show was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
I
How
give
many
it,
chips?
4 out of 5 chips.
4 out of 5 chips. Okay, I like that there's room for improvement. Dave, before we let you go,
This show was the cucumber lay
Yeah, this was the cucumber lay
of episodes.
That's absolutely true. Of course, on Monday, you're going to be, and of course, I'm going to be breaking COVID rules when you are live on site.
Yeah, I'm excited for Monday.
You're going to be an on-site correspondent for the tree lighting. Now, how do you think that's going to go?
I'm very excited. I mean, I'm frankly excited for that because I got a big weekend planned ahead of me. And I'm running some science experiments, so...
What do you mean, science experiments?
I've got some experiments that I'm doing in my spare time, and they're a little bit, I don't know, like, not to say dangerous, but just like doing some tests and stuff. I have a degree in physics, so I'm doing some tests on a few things, and I'm nervous for those, but I'm excited for I'm kind of looking forward to Monday of all things.
Well, is there any danger that you're not going to be here on Monday? Are you going to explode yourself?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not too. But also, in addition to lighting the tree, we're going to be illuminating your ass.
That's right. I made a promise on Wednesday that I would light my ass on Monday to celebrate the holiday season. So
Yeah, we're gonna be not only decorating my tree and showing it lit in real time. Your ass is also going to get decorated and lit live on the show.
That's right. And much like you put the angel on the tip of the tree, there's going to be a star on the tip of my ass.
So the ass crack.
Sure.
All right, I'm glad we've thought about this at length. Dave, thanks so much for being here, and who knows?
Hey,
maybe
no problem.
All right, I guess that was really necessary to interrupt me. I guess we'll have to bring this segment back.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Dave. That's Dave Kaufman. He was on the tech tonight, so much appreciated that, folks. That's our show. We went about an hour and 23 minutes. I'm going to tell you something. There's been some that we've gone overtime, and they feel like a real slog. Tonight was not one of them. I very much enjoyed the show. This may have been, from Monday to Friday, the most complete week of programming. It was just home run after home run after home run. I want to thank Dave for being here. I want to thank Steph Mercier Voyer for being here. Of course, I want to thank Mr. Man for being here, and I hope Mr. Man comes back soon. And of course, I want to thank you so much for watching tonight. Really appreciate it. Thanks for liking and subscribing and following and all that other crap that you got to say when you host these things. So come back next Monday when we light the Christmas tree, because we're going to start the holidays as a great, big, happy family. Until then, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and of course, be well.